Hey, hey, chill out.
Told me you my nigga, I don't wanna talk. Told me that you love me, I don't wanna talk. Told me what you preaching, I don't wanna talk. Be about your money, I don't wanna talk. Nigga, show me that you love me, I don't wanna talk.
Welcome back to episode 6 of the Truth in the Answer podcast, hosted by yours truly, William Allen Stevenson, aka Morris Champion, sitting here with my homeboy Preston Watson. Introduce yourself, young fella.
What up? I already know.
My boy P over here. Also got my man's Clyde, super producer, aka Non-Detox.
The producer. Your favorite producer's producer. Y'all hear me?
Y'all made it high. And also calling in all the way, I think my caller ID said Delaware. Is that true?
That's right. Wilmington, Delaware. Holla.
All right, we got Miss. Oh, you know what? Introduce yourself, Miss Cheryl.
All right. Well, I am Cheryl Trucks and Battle. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, which is about 20 minutes south of being from Philly.
All right, now South Philly, Stephen A. Smith in the house. What up? But we want to jump into this first topic. Let's see, hysterectomy versus vasectomy. It's a cage match. So who's gonna do it? Now I came up with this one. Picture a man and a woman, married, man and wife. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have kids anymore. So man don't want to wear no condom no more, and birth control's out the picture. So kids cannot be had anymore. So vasectomy versus hysterectomy. Who's going down first? Now, Miss Cheryl, I got to go to you because you the woman in the house. Ladies first. Cheryl, go.
All right. Well, first, I'm going to do a little correction here. It's not hysterectomy. It's a tubal ligation.
Woo!
But, it really just depends on the couple. For my, with my own experience, I chose to have a tubal after I had my son at age 24 because my birth put me at a high risk.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to risk, going through that trauma again and possibly losing my life and leaving him motherless. So I went ahead and had the tubal. But on the other side, I dated my last boyfriend. I dated a guy for 4.5 years who had a vasectomy. And, his reasoning was, he did, not only did he not want any more children, but unfortunately, he did not trust the woman he was married to.
Ooh.
They put him in that position to take charge and control the situation because their third child just popped up unexpectedly after she told him that she had a tubal.
That's
So, the life, kind of put him in that position that, he'd rather get the vasectomy and know in 8 May if she pops up pregnant again.
Yeah. So if she get pregnant, he know.
But neither one of these are permanent.
That's right.
You can undo both of them, right?
There would be no question.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Cheryl, but there is no reverse vasectomy.
Actually, vasectomies, if I'm correct, they do have a procedure that can reverse it, but tubal ligation cannot be reversed. Now with tubal ligations, they actually burn the woman's ovaries, so there's no repair for that.
Good God,
And I actually know somebody who had to get a hysterectomy because she was getting cancer.
Yeah.
So they had to remove all of
Yeah.
And it was spread. So,
Speak up, Clyde.
oh, yeah. Well, I was saying that I actually know somebody who had to get a hysterectomy because she was actually at risk of getting cancer. So that's the reason why she had to do her procedure. But that, I don't see how that would be reversible because they're removing it. The uterus and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Burning the. Oh, woo.
I feel like it's necessary. Like she said, it depends on the couple, but it depends on the couple.
Are you going against God's will by doing such?
But what if it's a health issue?
Health, nah, that's completely different.
Yeah.
But just to make the decision and be like, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, every couple different. You don't want no more kids. You don't want no more kids. But we here to reproduce.
But condoms are kind of like going against God's will, if you think about it. Because that's also
Condoms is the
Condoms are the devil.
Yeah, that's like just lusting and that you ain't in love if you got to use a condom, right or wrong.
And I tell you right here, you right, because condoms, I put a condom on and it feel like, you know what I'm saying? I got oven mitts on. And I'm grabbing something out the stove. I can't feel nothing.
Yeah, I don't like
you know
that
what I'm saying?
shit.
I personally have looked at a woman during the act and was like, man, she enjoying the shit out of this.
Yeah.
I ain't getting nothing.
Sensation,
like
Nothing.
Like, I'm probably
All I'm
going
gonna
5
say
in my
is that you
life.
should have used lambskin.
5. Cause
Lambskin? Last time I heard lambskin was booty call.
I ain't gonna lie, me too. I read somewhere that, I know this is off topic, but I read somewhere that the AIDS virus is actually small enough to fit through the fibers in a condom.
Good gosh, devil. You just killing me.
That's what I read. But it's actually, and I also read that it's harder for men to get AIDS, HIV, versus a woman. Because if you ejaculate in a woman, the semen stays there. We're only in temporarily. We pull out.
I know
What y'all
I
think
do.
about that?
if she got it and you put it in, what you mean?
Let's say that either or, like, let's say I'm having sex with somebody who has HIV, that it will be harder for me to get it because I'm a man. That's just what I read.
I
From a
thought
man.
it was once you touched that
Not
twice.
necessarily, because
That's wild.
as a man, as a woman, she has the opening, and the semen stays inside of her.
It ain't even about semen though. Your penis has a hole in it which will get any STD, just like the next STD. You
That's
touch
just what
it,
I
you
read. I
got
gotta
it.
look more into it, but I thought it was
AIDS gonna be
interesting.
stronger than chlamydia. I want to throw up. At
It's
the
a
top.
new chlamydia.
Ooh,
It's stronger than AIDS.
they got a
Kills you
super
in a week.
chlamydia.
Kill me in a
Kill
week.
you in a week.
Man,
Now, see, working in the
They made
healthcare
that shit
field,
in
we've always
23.
been told is the exchange of fluids.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
Be
The
it
exchange
from
fluid.
a penis to a vagina. It could even be from, between mouths at some point. But it's the exchange of fluids that
I
transfer
told you, we
the
ain't kissing
virus.
nobody.
Do you think it's
That's why
harder
people
for?
that's why people who have transfusions can get the virus because they're exchanging blood, which is the fluid.
Do you think it's harder for a man to contract the disease versus a female?
No, not a bit. Not a bit, because again, it's the exchange of the fluid that is, the main concept here. It's not whether it has to say in, per se, marinate. It's just the simple exchange.
Exchange of bodily fluids. Good gosh, man. Every time I see them AIDS commercials, I just be like, whoo! Every single time, bro. Every single time. But let's dive into.
And I just read a statistic that said out of new AIDS cases, 68% are black women.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe
So
that.
what does that say about our culture?
and it's bad because we only make up like 9% of the United States. Like that's terrible. I don't understand
We make up 9%
that.
of the United States. 60% of that are women. And of those 60% of women, 68 are new AIDS cases. That's sad.
Got a lot of
That's scary as hell.
Hell yeah,
a lot
that's
of raw
scary,
dogging
man.
going down out here.
And,
Nobody using no rubbers. They about to go out of business, aren't they?
and that's reported cases. Just imagine people who don't even know they have AIDS. Is walking around.
Exactly.
Yeah, true that.
Oh.
You figure,
That shit for years,
for
for months,
men, every 2 out of 3 women they sleep with has the possibility of carrying the HIV virus.
Yeah.
2 out of 3?
That's 66%, huh?
Oh, when I went to school
If
in
68%
Winston,
of new cases are black women, that's 2 out of 3.
That's why I've been talking to these white women past couple months. See? I knew it. I knew it. God told me something. God told me something, man. He
don't
knew.
discriminate.
Hey, he don't.
Now, don't get it don't get it twisted because they still make up for a good 20% to 23% of new cases.
So wait a minute. Black women
You're
68.
talking about 1 out of every 3 white women.
So that black women
So
68 and white women's 23.
It's a high rate among women in general. And as much as I hate to say it, it's because of the damn little brothers.
Why do you think the percentage is so high amongst black women? Like, why do you think it's so high? Is it just that they don't care, or?
Definitely education. Sexual education is a piece of it. Part of it is the culture that they see put in front of them on the media. I mean, you have so many teenagers out here who look to the, excuse my term, but the video hoes as that's what they want to be. So if they think they're, giving it up here and there to move up the ladder, that's what they feel, the younger ones feel like they have to do, and that leads to a lot of carelessness.
I actually had a conversation with somebody who knows a woman who was openly having unprotected sex with somebody who had HIV, and she knew it. The guy told her that he had AIDS. She just wanted to do it for status because of who he was.
Stupid.
And that's, yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's sad.
You can't pay me enough, bro.
That ain't even Russian roulette. That's basically just putting a pistol to your head. Like, Cheryl, I got a question for you. My point of view on, like, stuff like this is I don't even want to have sex with a woman if I feel like I gotta use a condom. Like, I wouldn't have sex with somebody I feel like I might have to use a condom with. What you think about that? Is that logical?
No. I'll say not in today's age. If this was the 70s, okay, yeah. But in today's age, no, not logical with everything that's going on out here. And the thing is, even if you both got an STD exam set yesterday, you got your results in a week, those results aren't 100% because sometimes, for example, like the AIDS virus, HIV takes about 6 months to show up in a person's blood system. So they may have contracted it already. It's just not showing up in their blood system to be picked up on the test. And that's why they ask that people be tested every 6 months.
I understand that.
They have a home HIV test.
I ain't saying I'm
in the
invincible,
end,
but I just don't
somebody
think I'm
having
that lucky
unprotected
either.
sex is really putting themselves at risk.
Do you think a home HIV test would be as accurate as going to a doctor?
Actually, yes, because most of those kits, you're just collecting the sample and you're sending it to a lab.
It's just like the home
Pregnancy.
pregnancy test. The home pregnancy test is what they use at the clinic. So the ones from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General. So
The age test, you actually, with my understanding, you actually have to send those to a lab to be processed. There's no instant test that you can do at home. Now, doctor's offices may have something like that, but not a home kit.
Yeah,
And in fact, it's funny, when I went to the pharmacy today, I actually saw, Walgreens sells a DNA test.
yeah, they do.
A home DNA test.
They do.
All you pay $50 for the test, you take your own sample, and then you send it to a lab, pay another $140 to get the results. That freaked me out.
I'm watching this show of this little girl. She's trying to find her biological dad because he was a sperm donor. She has like 18 siblings, and she's trying to find each one of her siblings to get to her dad. And she's using a home DNA test.
Damn.
Yeah, it is.
Damn, who paying for that?
MTV, I guess.
That's a
I
lot of
hope
change.
so.
That's my whole taxes coming back. And then some.
Yeah, because you figure between the purchase of the kit and the processing, that's about $200.
Do that 18 times. Good gosh, that's about 3,600 from my
I wish they
calculations.
had an app You can scan it.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture of the bride.
AIDS app.
Call it the old school nigga app. Take a picture of the bride. And you can tell if she's no good or not. All flaws and shit. Credit score.
Yeah, I don't even want to know the credit score. Let me know if you burn it.
Well,
That's all I need to know.
That's one of the subtopics. It tells you what you want out of her. It tells you what you want out of her. It's gonna give you what you need to know. If you want to marry the bride, you're gonna get a credit score. She got AIDS, kids you don't know about.
And then you got the sub app if you just trying to smash.
Yeah.
If you just trying to smash, that give you all the information you need to know.
And it show a picture of an old school nigga like.
What it look like in booty shorts, what it look like in sweatpants, you know what I'm saying? Do she stay over past 1 a.m.? You know what I'm saying? Do she cook breakfast? Can she cook?
And you in all her qualities.
And yeah, you enter all the qualities in.
It don't sound far fetched though. You
It
could
don't.
probably
It don't.
easily hit something and find the results from their past
Yeah,
tests. When the
Facebook.
last time they got checked for chlamydia, the last time she had it.
Or you can like ask her the question.
Lord, what is
and
it?
determine if
Is
she lying or
that
not.
Abortions.
That almost sounds like the common act for college. One app and you can be turning wife material or, booty call material.
Hey, I think all dating websites, the next wave of dating websites, you probably gonna have to pay $29.99 for it.
You can find
But
your true
yeah,
love.
you answer once you answer all them questions, you put all that in the criteria, man. You just shake it up. The next thing you know, when you go to your search, you can look at who been dating, who ain't been dating, who had one night stands.
Somebody just like you, something perfect.
Hey,
I
come
ain't
on.
never did it. I ain't never even tried it, but
Never been on a dating website, Press?
I
You
looked
harmony
around. I
Match.com?
scrolled. I ain't really never signed
Get
up.
your results from them. Your new monthly results are yes, that is
Miss Cheryl, what do you think about dating here in 2013, coming up on 2014? Do you think the old school way of going out and meeting people or going online? What do you think?
Oh, you just had to ask me that question.
Well, hey, I got free nights and weekends, so what's up?
Well, I'm going to start by saying, hey, I've actually used online dating services. I signed up for Match.com for 3 months.
All right, did you show up on class results?
Hey, did you see it? Did you still get the monthly
Right
results?
through to like serial killers.
I signed up for that shit.
Serial
online.
killers?
Well, they looked it.
Have you had any like real bad experiences? Like you was like, I'm about to quit.
Yes. BlackPeopleMeet.com.
We was just talking about
We were
that.
just talking about that, and the commercial make you look so good.
It do, cause there's a bald guy, girl with some tracks in her
Some
hair.
Boris Chestnut looking dude and some Shania Lathan looking woman. And you think you gonna find it on Match.com? You end up finding some chick with like
With a ponytail the
Coolio.
side of a with the size of a pinky.
Yeah, let me tell you, that commercial is a darn lie. Straight up lie. Lie.
And then
And
you
see,
find
I'll admit, I'm a very superficial person, but I was trying to break myself out of that.
Yeah.
So, met a guy on BlackPeopleMeet.com. He seemed nice in his, emails. He looked nice on his pictures. But when I met this fool, he looked like Biggie Smalls.
Damn, so he sold you a dream. Huh?
Now what if he would have came out and said he was Biggie Smalls already, like from the jump?
Now, give and take, he had on some nice, expensive-looking clothes. He had a fly Mercedes that was all decked out. But I'm like, let me just try to overlook what I'm seeing with my eyes and, just get to know the person.
Yeah.
Man, that was the wrong move because this fool was straight up 100% ASS crazy.
Why you say that? How you
Well,
feel?
one clue was that he kept saying everybody else around him was crazy. His mama was crazy. His brothers were crazy. His ex-wife was crazy. crazy. His daughter was crazy. Only crazy people call that many
son.
other people in their immediate circle crazy.
That's immediate.
That black man.
Immediate.
Yeah.
Your daughter and your mama, bro? Come on.
Yeah, that's in the genes, bro. That's in the genes. You can't flex from that.
Exactly. But the kicker was, my son was in a situation where, he was having a bunch of migraines and I had to take him for an MRI. The guy had started texting me, before that, and I was returning the text. But of course, when he went in for the MRI, I got silent. This fool had the nerve, came back to check my phone. This fool was cussing me out in text.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't mind short text, but you know what? When he started writing books, I had to pick up the phone and call and cuss him out.
See,
That was uncalled for considering he didn't even know what was going on in the situation.
insecurities.
Straight up rude.
Insecurities.
Yes. Insecurity, definitely.
Oh my
So, that was the first and last person I met on blackpeoplemeet.com. I ain't doing any other dating sites. I'll take my chances at meeting somebody face to face.
So what do you
And
think?
that's coming from a 41-year-old. Dating's hard out here.
So what's that climate like for you yourself as a woman? What's the climate out like there?
Well, it's close vanilla ice. Ice, baby.
Ooh. Have you given thought to diving into cuffing season to about late February, mid-March?
Shoot, at this rate, cuffing season ain't gonna happen.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that as long as you keep your
As
eyes
much as it
wide.
would be nice, as much as it would be nice to find that person who I can just, lay next to, cuddle up with, and, get that natural heat without turning up my heat to increase my heating bill.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but, at this rate, I haven't really, well, I guess part of it is my fault. I haven't really put myself out there either.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times, if I go out, I'm going to like private parties that friends are having. And I already know everybody there.
Yeah.
So, I'm not getting out any place to really meet new people.
All right, now, Miss Cheryl. So,
Yep.
what about setups? Have you been set up? These people out here who say, all right, I got a friend. You should meet him. You going down that road?
No. I'm sorry. There's very few of my friends who I would trust their opinions in that area
Oh, man.
because of their own dating stories and not being successful in that area. If they can't be successful, how the hell are they gonna match me up?
That's true. That is
That's
one
almost
logic.
like asking the single person for marriage advice.
How can you be single and give marriage advice? I mean, you ain't been there.
Exactly. So if they can't even have a successful relationship, how the hell they gonna hook me up?
We done touched on the nerve, Miss Cheryl, and I like that. That was big.
And I'm just being straightforward.
I like that.
Now I could see if it was maybe if I had a friend, they've been married for like 10 years now or more. If they wanted to hook me up with a friend, I would trust that opinion. Because I would have been able to, view from the outside and see what's going on with their life. And if things look rosy, it's a go. Okay, I'll give their friend a chance. Not a problem.
I dig that.